Hey, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Nirmodon. I'm going to be doing a commentary for you guys over Call of Duty Black Ops 2 today. I'm going to be playing on Hijack, and I'm going to be running around having a little bit of fun, playing with a couple of friends, and overall, Call of Duty Black Ops 2 is definitely a game where if you play with friends, it's a lot more enjoyable than if you play by yourself. We all know what randoms are like, we all know what the green guys running around with their head cut off are like. They're usually not the most intelligent characters in the entire game. Not saying that you cannot find good players, but, I've played enough Call of Duty to realize where, my particular skill level is maybe greater than theirs, maybe they are struggling, and of course, at the same expense, maybe they think they're better than some of the other people on our team. I'm sure they are. But you guys know what I'm talking about. You guys have both, or hopefully all of you have had teammates that are just, you don't want to be mean, but at the same expense, you know that they have absolutely no idea what they're doing, and they're not really taking the game too serious. Of course, everybody is entitled to play the game how they want. At times, I would like to say that my opinion is probably a little bit more aggressive than others, and I would like to think that hopefully people would catch on and, be like, yes, I'm not helping the team, it sucks, I'm hurting my team more than I'm helping, but at the end of the day, what are you going to do? You can't do anything about it, you can't change their perception, and you can't change their mind. And a great example of this is last night. Last night I was playing Battlefield 3, and I swear to you guys, I was doing so amazing. I wish I was recording. I really was. And the problem is we lost the first set of MCOMs, and it sucked. I was like, oh, because I jumped in the game late. I hadn't been there the whole game. If I was there the whole game, not to be cocky, but I think I could have done a lot better job at holding the crates than these guys did. They didn't understand what was going on. I want to say they were a little bit more on the side of, hey, let's have more fun, and let's, not help the guys that are really here to play the game, and my perception, the right way to play. But again, I guess that's complete perception. I can't say that my opinion is greater than theirs, because in a realistic standpoint, I didn't buy their copy, and I can't tell them how to play the game. I can suggest a couple of things to them. I can try to make them better, but you know how people are online. They're completely arrogant, and they think that they know everything. It's just kind of how it is. Myself included, I've definitely made remarks that makes it seem like, I'm the asshole in the lobby, that I know everything, and I think I'm this high king with a huge crown, and you guys should be bowing down to my superiority in game. But in reality, it doesn't work like that. It's never going to work like that, and that's how it's going to be. That's always how it's going to be. And I can't do anything to change people's perception. I just can't do it, and this is how it is. But as I was trying to say before, we lost the first set. The second set we lost because my team was just, like, I don't even know. I can't even begin to explain this, guys. I was on a huge kill streak. I was on a 40 kill streak in this one spot. I was watching Death Alley on Grand Bazaar. If you guys know that call out, or you know something similar, it's the main corridor where it's like clusterfucked with nades and M320s, RPGs, debris, everything, the whole 100 yards. And I went 40-1, okay, in that hallway. And I absolutely was annihilating people. We still lost this crate because my team couldn't watch the crate. They just didn't understand how to play the game. And it pissed me off. I was like, okay, we got this next one. There's no way they're getting by. Half of my team is using C4. They're using RPGs. Maybe maybe their brain will start working. I had high hopes. I was like, come on, guys. You guys can do this. And at the time, I was talking to Corey in a lobby, so I'm sure he was listening to me bitch. I was bitching a lot, but I'm going to be honest, guys, when I play, I'm definitely not calm. I don't care if it's a private match, and I don't give a shit if it's a party game in Call of Duty. I'm going to complain. Just how it's going to be, and it's always going to be that way. I'm not going to change because people want me to change. If I wanted to change, I'm going to do it myself. And people are like, oh, you shouldn't take games so serious. Well, I don't play to lose, so why the hell would I calm down and sit here and take it in the ass? I'm not going to calm down. I'm not going to freaking bow down to somebody that has a different mentality. That is the stupidest thing I've ever heard. When people say you mad, it should be like, hey, your Xbox should stop working. I hope you get a virus, and I hope your Xbox never works again. Because that comment is so overused, and it's so stupid. It's an arrogant comment, and I hate when people say that. Maybe that's just me. Of course, I hate a lot of things. I hate when people are like, YouTube money! It's like, yeah, congratulations. I hope you go work a 9 to 5 in another year. Have fun. But anyway, guys, the main gist of what I'm trying to say is we lost the third set, and I was annihilating the other team. They had one ticket left. One ticket. And they made a push, and my team just couldn't hold it. And the reason of this is my whole squad, I kid you guys not. And I'm not trying to pick on this class again. I know I do it a lot, and I know you guys don't want to hear it. I know it, because I can tell when a sniper comes through and he leaves a hateful comment, he does his standard thing with the like and dislike button, whatever. You're not really hurting me. You're actually promoting the video a lot, which makes... I don't think people understand how YouTube works, but That's how it works. You dislike a video, it actually counts as a like anyway. So, anyway, the main gist of what I'm trying to say is, guys, they were all sniping. I swear to you, they were all sitting in the back of the map on the third set of incoms by the dirt mountain, which is almost on the next set of incoms. And they were doing absolutely nothing. They were so negative. They were like 1 in 10 apiece. I mean, maybe some of them were 3 and like 13. You know, one was like 4 and 8, so I guess they weren't all terribly bad. But it just makes me... It makes me regret playing online. It makes me want to constantly run in a full team, so I know people are good. And I know some of you guys will be like, well, then run in a full team. It's not that hard. I know it's not that hard, but the problem is nobody plays Battlefield 3 anymore. I don't mean in the regard like, oh, it's old news, nobody wants to play it, but Call of Duty is in its prime right now, which it's just how it is. Call of Duty always takes priority. You have other games coming out on the horizon. Now there are Battlefield guys. I'm not trying to sound like, oh yeah, it's completely dead, nobody plays it. But a lot of my friends list doesn't play it anymore. And when they are on, they're already in a team. You know, they're playing Conquest. I don't want to play Conquest. Conquest is boring as shit on console. Try running around for 45 minutes looking for snipers on a hill. That sounds so much fun, right? No, it sounds horrible. Why do you think my score per minute is 900 on console? Now, PC guys, you're probably like, that's a joke. Mine's like 3,000. I know, PC, you guys have completely different logic. Your score per minute is a lot higher than console, I would hope. But anyway, the main gist of what I'm trying to say is the snipers last night were pissing me off. I put on my mic, chewed him a new asshole, and then this guy comes out of nowhere and he's like, oh, I can play the game however I want. Well, that's great. You can play it however you want to play the game. That's fine. I don't care how you want to play it. But don't piss me off. Don't be useless, and at least help me on the MCOM. I defused the thing 5 times in a row by myself. Okay? I'm not trying to put myself on a high pedestal. I'm not trying to say I deserve a crown of superiority and I should have these super magical powers. But, you know, don't jump in the game and don't be an asshole then. Don't sit in the back of the map and piss off everyone on your team. If it was PC and they had 3 guys sniping, okay, I'd probably still be pissed, but I'm going to be a little bit more lenient. At least I have 20... What the hell would the math be on that? 29 more players trying to help me, instead of, you know, having 3 dickholes that want to sit in a fucking corner. It just drives me nuts. And I know some of you guys don't want to hear me bitch about snipers, and I know not every sniper is useless. And it doesn't even have to be snipers. I've seen LMG guys camp harder than snipers. I've seen them bipod in the middle of nowhere staring at a dirt pile. I've seen it. I've seen everything there is to see in Battlefield. I've seen it in Call of Duty. I've seen people camp on a staircase with claymores. It's just how people play, and sometimes it's arrogant, sometimes it's annoying. I don't know, guys. I mean, this commentary turned into a lot more of a rant commentary than I wanted it to be, and I do apologize about that. I'm just trying to give you guys a little bit more insight. You know, some of you guys want to learn more about me. I've gotten messages saying, why don't you share your day-to-day life? Well, what do you want me to tell you? I don't do a whole lot. I mean, I work 40 to 60 hours a week. I come home and make YouTube videos as a secondary... I don't want to say a job because it's not a job, but a secondary hobby, you know what I say? And then I go to sleep, play a little bit of Xbox games. I mean, I don't really do anything crazy. I don't do anything that redefines humanity's existence. You know, I just like to have fun from time to time. If you were to ask what my real life was like, you know, do I go hang out with people on the weekend? Sometimes, not really. I mean, it's not my #1 thing I want to do. I know that sounds really mean. I know it sounds like a dick move to be like, people in real life. But I don't know, I'm not a very sociable person. I don't really care that much. I'm not trying to say I don't care about what people think. I mean, I'm not a dick. I'm not an asshole. Like, I love listening to people talk. Why do you think I spend so much time talking to the female gamer that I know? I spend hours on Skype with her listening to her stories. You know, I like to give input. I like to try to make people's day better when it's, you know, not as great as maybe it probably could have been. And I don't know, that's just my logic, guys. I know some of you guys are going to be like, oh, this commentary got boring quickly. Well, maybe it did, I don't know, but, you know, I enjoy making videos. Like, I love doing this kind of stuff. I think it's a lot of fun, and I hope to be doing it for as long as I can. And, you know, if anything ever presents itself where I do get this humongous, like, impulse of people that come, damn straight I'm going to be helping promote the community, and I'm going to be freaking doing as much as I can to make it a lot more enjoyable. I'm not going to be doing crazy things. I'm not going to be doing stuff that you guys would look completely down upon, but of course, I'd like to do cool things. I'd like to do giveaways. I'd like to do live streams all day long. But how am I going to do that when I don't exactly have a basis of, you know, 1,000 of you guys? That's why I want to get 1,000 subs this year, because I want to do fun things with you guys. I want to be able to interact and get to know you guys. At least I want to get to know at least a few of you guys. I mean, I know Marshall, I know a couple of other guys, but how much do I really know you? I know you a little bit. You know me very rarely, very slightly. I mean, I don't really give a whole lot of information out there. Not because I don't want to, but I'm saving this stuff up for when there's more of you guys that will give more input, and more of you guys that will take it more as a fact than just some random notification. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys tomorrow, and this is NMO, signing off. Peace.